Hello, and welcome back to the Nina Gervase Show. Today, I'm going to ask you a gut punch of a question. Are you confused or are you avoiding the decision? Because this is something that ambitious women do. And I say this with love because I absolutely have done it too. You have a decision sitting in front of you, right? Maybe it's about your career, maybe it's about more money, maybe it's about leaving a job, maybe it's about starting something new, or maybe it's about finally going after the thing you keep saying you want. And instead of making the decision, you start collecting opinions. You ask your best friend, you ask your sister, you ask your coworker, you ask someone who already thinks like you, and then you ask someone who scares you a little because you know they'll probably talk you out of it. Maybe then you listen to a podcast, read another book, journal about it, and then you say, oh, well, I'm just trying to get clear. But are you or are you stalling? Because sometimes confusion is not confusion. Sometimes confusion is a very convenient way of avoiding committing. And I know that may sting a little, but I want you to really think about it. How many opinions do you actually need before you make the move? How much more information do you need before you trust yourself? How long are you going to keep calling it figuring it out when deep down you already know the decision you need to make? The hard part is not always knowing what to do. The hard part is choosing it. Because once you choose, now you are responsible for the next step. Once you choose, you can't keep floating in the maybe. Once you choose, you have to stop hiding behind everyone else's advice. And that is where a lot of women freeze. They want the new life. They want the next level. They want the promotion, the business, the freedom, the independence, the confidence, but they also want the decision to feel easy. They want everyone to understand. They want the timing to be perfect and a guarantee that nothing will go wrong. And life does not usually hand us that. At some point, you have to decide who you are becoming and then start acting like her before the evidence is fully there. This is where your future self comes in because the woman you say you want to become is not sitting around asking 10 different people what they think about her life. Oh no, she's not giving everyone a vote. She is not outsourcing her power to someone who may not even understand where she is trying to go. And she is not waiting until she feels perfectly ready. She's making decisions from the version of herself she is committed to becoming. And that is the question I want you to sit with. Are you making this decision from the woman you are today or from the woman you say you want to become? Because those two women may choose very differently. The current version of you may choose comfort. She may choose what is familiar, and she may choose what keeps everyone else comfortable. She may choose the option that avoids judgment, risk, and an awkward conversation. But your future self, she is thinking bigger. She's asking, will this move me closer to the self I want? She is asking, does this decision honor my growth? And she's asking, am I choosing this because it is right or because it's easier? And that is why connecting to your future self matters. Because until you are truly committed to her, you will keep negotiating with the version of you that wants to stay safe. You're going to keep delaying. You will keep asking for more options, and you're going to keep revisiting the same decision over and over again. And while you're doing that, opportunities are moving, time is moving, your confidence is getting chipped away. The door you are staring at, that may not stay open forever. And I don't want you to be scared. I want you to understand that sometimes we act like waiting is neutral. It's not. Waiting has a cost. Every month you spend spinning is a month you are not building momentum. Every time you ask another person what they think instead of deciding what you think, you teach yourself not to trust yourself. And every time you say, I'm still confused, what you really mean is, I'm afraid to commit. You delay the life you say you want. And listen, this does not mean you should make reckless decisions. That's not what I'm saying. No, there is a difference between getting wise counsel and collecting opinions because you're afraid to choose. A mentor, a coach, or the right mastermind can be incredibly powerful, not because they make the decision for you, They shouldn't. No. But because they help you hear yourself, they ask better questions, they help you separate fear from facts, they help you create a plan. They hold you accountable to actually doing the thing you said you wanted to do. That is the part that most people are missing. They don't need another random opinion. They need support that actually moves them into action, because asking everyone what they think can actually keep you stuck. Your friend may love you, but she may be projecting her fear onto you. Your coworker may have an opinion, but she may not want you to leave, because if you leave, you affect her growth and her comfort. Your family, they care deeply about you, but they may only know the version of you that they're used to. So be careful who you give a microphone to. Not everyone deserves a voice in your next chapter. You need people around you who can say, let's look at the facts. Let's talk about the fear. Let's make the plan, and then let's hold you to it. That is the difference between advice and coaching. Advice can keep you circling. Coaching helps you move. And if you are the woman who has been sitting with the same decision for months, maybe even years, I want you to hear this. You are probably not waiting for more clarity. You are waiting for the courage. The courage is not going to just show up while you keep outsourcing the decision. Courage comes when you finally say, this is the direction I'm choosing. I may not have every answer. I may still be scared, but I'm done standing still. That is how you begin becoming her. Your future self is not built by thinking about her. She is built by choosing her again and again, in the small decisions, in the uncomfortable conversations, in the moments when you want to back out, in the moments when someone else does not understand, and in the moments when fear starts getting loud and you decide to keep going anyway. So here's what I want you to do today. Think about the decision you keep asking everyone about, the one you keep revisiting, the one you keep explaining, the one you keep dressing up as confusion. Write it down. Then ask yourself, what do I already know? Not what does everyone else think, not what would make everyone comfortable, not what feels the easiest. What do I already know? Then ask, what would my future self choose? The woman who is confident, the woman who is independent and trusts herself, the woman who is no longer playing small, the woman who is not available for the same excuses. What would she do next? Then take one step, not 10, one. Make the call, send the email, ask the question, schedule the meeting, join the room, hire the coach. Get into the environment where you are no longer allowed to keep taking it in circles and calling it growth, because that is the truth. At some point, talking about the decision becomes the thing keeping you from the decision. And I don't want that for you. I don't want you to miss the opportunity because you were waiting for one more person to make you feel safe. I don't want you to look back 6 months from now and realize nothing changed because you never actually chose. I don't want you to keep living as the woman who wants more but refuses to commit to the version of herself who can have it. You are allowed to get support. You are allowed to have guidance. You are allowed to be held accountable. You're allowed to be in the room where women are not just dreaming, but deciding and doing. But you have to stop confusing support with permission. A coach can guide you, a mentor can challenge you, and a mastermind can surround you with the women who are moving. But nobody can become your future self for you. That part is yours. So make the decision. Commit to the woman you say you want to become, and stop asking for advice from people who are not building the life you want, because you are not confused. You are standing at the edge of a decision, and the next version of your life is waiting for you to choose. If you are a female realtor who is ready to break through to your next level, I created a mastermind specifically for you. It's built for women producing between 4 million and 10 million annually and who know they are capable of more. But They need the mindset, accountability, strategy, and support to actually get there. So, if you're ready to stop circling the same goals and finally start moving differently, the application is in the show notes. And if you're a female professional in another industry, I also offer one on one coaching to help you grow your business, increase your confidence, and step into the next level of your career. The mindset work, strategy, and accountability I teach are not just for realtors. They can be applied to any business, any career, and any woman who is ready to stop stalling and start taking action. So when you're done overthinking and are ready to move, reach out. I'd love to help you get there. Thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to being with you in the next episode of The Nina Gervase Show.